Hello and welcome to the Sagittarius New Moon Community Ceremony, and we are also stepping into a solar eclipse in Sagittarius. So I'm going to talk about both today, and I invite the wisdom of the women on the call live. And if you're listening to the recording, we appreciate you too, and you certainly can interface on the Wise Transformation Facebook page if you have any wisdom you'd like to share. So let's get started. My name is Judy Keating, and I get to be the co-creative managing partner of Wise Transformation with the incredible Bonnie Salomon, and we are two women intent on bringing elemental wisdom and feminine magic back into everyday life. And this is a normal sort of agenda for us. I'm going to talk to you about some upcoming events. Call in a little sacred space. We'll talk about the timing and give ceremonial guidance using the Elemental Forces of Creation Oracle by Lisa Michaels, and we'll be here about an hour. So, first thing I want to tell you about is a crystalline consciousness technique class called Expressing Your Purpose. This class has changed the way that I get to do my work in the world. It brings more ease and flow, and I want to share it with you all. The weekend of January 8th and 9th, it's a 3-module class, very easy over a weekend with a fun art project. And if you are interested in the class and you decide you want to take it, if you register by December 15th, you'll get $39 off our January 2022 Sovereign Women event. And that event is going to be the end of January. It's going to be online. The whole event, except for the breakout rooms, will be recorded. And you, so if you can't be there for both days, know that you'll have access, of course, to the full recordings. There are 13 incredible women coming together to present about what it means to be sovereign in community. Some people that we know in our community, like Kaylin Castell and Catherine Astar, known as Spirit Dancer, Kathy Forrest, Bonnie Salomon, are presenting. And I'm also very, very excited to have brand new facilitators who've never presented in our circles before, but we're going to learn about something called interplay, which is going to be a very fun, active presentation. And we'll also get input on how to sleep better from a brand new woman who is a priestess, but has never presented before. And just so much more. Plant medicine, there's just so many things packed in there. So if it interests you, please go to wisetransformation.com. There's a link on the top of the page for the last weekend in January, and it's timed specifically to be the closest weekend to Imbolc, as Imbolc is really the start of the new year in the Wheel of the Year. So just wanted to make sure you knew more juicy details about that. And for those of you who may not have done the priestess process, I am starting a new circle on 2/2/22. Path of the 21st Century Priestess, and there's full details at wisetransformation.com. The priestess process, if you've never done it, is a 9-month initiatory cycle where you go on a lunar journey. You go on a journey of discovery of what is the divine for you, but you do it in a circle of women that enhances the experience, very much like our calls here on the new and full moons. So if you're interested, there are full details at wisetransformation.com. So when we have a new moon, the sun and the moon are aligned in the same archetype. It's the start of the growing phase and can be a boost of energy. And with a solar eclipse also happening, it is an incredible boost of energy. The solar eclipse is also in Sagittarius. So we have a new moon, sun, and solar eclipse all in Sagittarius. So let me tell you a little bit about Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a fire sign. It teaches us about expansion. It's dynamic, outgoing, truth-seeking explorer. It constantly quests for expansion by physically and energetically seeking out new ideas and territories. You can be an inner quester as well. So if you're a person that's constantly seeking new information or going within to find answers, Sagittarius could be at play for you. It can bring an expanded state of awareness and discoveries back to share with others as a teacher of philosophy or just to share with your circle. It is very much interested in evolving states of consciousness. It passionately searches for the meaning of life through freedom, growth, and development, and it uses a lot of fuel. It is a sign that it can be consuming because it expands to the farthest possible fire. So I have a quote that I just wanted you to write down, maybe in your journal, to ponder at this time. And that's a quote from Rumi, which is, "What you seek is seeking you. What you seek is seeking you." Many times when there's Sag energy at play, we feel like we have to go after something. We're questing, we're seeking. And what if we partnered with whatever we're looking for or looking to find and ask that it show us signs that it's looking for us? It doesn't require all of the energy output from us, but rather a joining, aligning with the energy itself. Gives those of us with Sagittarius in your chart a way to rest and quest. And yes, I just made a rhyme. So because we also have this solar eclipse, I have a couple of things I wanted to share about that before we dive in with our own discovery. This is from Kaylin Testo. And she says, even if you don't get to witness the eclipse, being in the window of it can truly feel like an in-between the worlds place where we can revision, redream, and reimagine our reality, and most especially imagine and then jump to a new timeline that serves all life here on Earth, including the Great Mother herself. So we're in a magic place, ladies. We're in a place where we can rewrite history by aligning with a new timeline. This kind of magic is really helpful, especially with a couple of years that we've had, to understand that we can start a new timeline that will alter the future. Just let that sink in. I also found another really good resource for the solar eclipse. And this particular, I put the link here and I'll put it with the YouTube video from nylon.com. This is a quote from the middle of the article that I'll share the whole of on our YouTube channel. If the sky were to suddenly open up, there would be no law, there would be no rule. There would only be you and your memories, the choices you've made and the people you've touched. There's a link to a video clip, which is what the Donnie Darko's therapist knows her stuff. When the sun goes momentarily dark, the noise cuts out, and we have to take with us what's on our backs, like the cowboy skipping town at the end of the movie. Sagittarius packs light, carrying with it the lessons it has learned. Before Jupiter moves into Pisces on December 28th and sets off a 2022 of oceanic, spiritual, and creative expansion, this is the moment to get clear on what you bring into the next dimension. So this is a time to reflect. What do you want to bring forward? What do you want to leave behind? What do you want to do no more? What is your North Star? Where are you headed? What are the values which direct you forward? What is your higher power, your greatest destiny? And who can you count on to join you on the great odyssey? In a world with no sun, you'll have to call on something greater to guide you. Whatever desires, dreams, or urges makes themselves known over this period are not to be ignored. If your job, your relationship, your gender, or your spiritual life feels like shackles, pay attention to what you're wanting to change. Whatever the eclipse reveals has already been unleashed. Your only work is to consciously integrate the call into a clear directive for your future. So these next few days, take quiet, take stillness, be willing to be aware of what is calling you and what needs to go, what needs to be left behind so you can move forward with just the right things in your backpack. So I want to give you some journal time with that. So I'm going to show you that in this new moon and sun in Sagittarius, what personal and soul truths are asking to be recognized at this time? What personal and soul truths are asking to be recognized? And we're all going to journal together. Just give you another minute or so. What I love about us doing this together is it's a dialogue. So if you want, you can share either in the chat or you can unmute and share on the recording. Anything that's come to you. And if you don't want to share, it's okay too.
I can share.
Thanks, Michelle.
So I got the need to sit and receive love and compassion. So, and that is very much for myself, as well as radiate that out to others, and release the need for speed.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you, Michelle.
And I got that I don't want to struggle anymore. I want to leave all concerns about having enough or too little, whether it is material things or it is money or other resources that I might think I need or that I might need. And I want to be the light with lightness for me and others. And I want to create peace and joy. That's great things, I think.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Kia.
Hello,
Hello, Carol.
I got being myself, creating, loving, playing, sharing, feeling joyful as a grandma, a wise woman, and a priestess.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. So appreciate you all. I need to be open to some big changes that are coming and not be fearful that everything is going to lead me where I need to be next. So that was big for me. So thank you all. All right. So we do use Lisa Michaels' Elemental Forces of Creation Oracle as a guide system for looking at what our personal intentions end up being for the new moon or full moon when we're doing our ceremonies. And I pull cards for the collective. If you don't have this deck and you would like one, you can contact me at Judy@Wise Transformation. And we pull cards for the collective just in case there are people that don't have decks. But if you have a deck, we invite you to pull your own cards. Yes, Michelle is showing me that she's got hers. So we invite you to pull with the elements one at a time. And we start with Earth. And I pulled structure and form, which I would guess that with all the fire in Sagittarius, it needs some sort of structure and form. And the question came up about what is essential in my physical world. So what do I mean by that? That can be anything in your physical world. Can be your home, can be anything about your body specifically. But you want to ask with the card that you pull this question, or if this question doesn't resonate with you, please don't feel like you're attached to it. Whatever Earth wants to tell you with whatever card you pull, if you pull your own, that's the message you're looking for. And again, I'll put some music on so we can journal together. Okay. If you need more time, just keep working. If you want to share, you can, but again, there's no requirement. I definitely have discovered less is more in my physical world.
I got, I drew power to stand on your own.
Wow.
And so I like the reminder of that. That's an inner power. And just a reminder that it's about co-creating and receiving guidance from your soul level, from that bigger part of what you are.
Beautiful.
Judy, I got connect always more with Mother Earth, honor and celebrate her, and be an agent of her abundance through gardening and connecting with nature and stone spirits.
Beautiful, Carol.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I got health, friends, relatives, a place I can call my own. It's not necessarily to be a fixed place. It can change, but it's a good, peaceful, warm, well-sheltered place. Also, it's essential to be a cleared place, with not so much stuff, but room for the ones I want to share it with. Good food, clean water, nature, of course, nearby.
Beautiful, Kia. Thank you. Thank you all. So as we move from earth to water, I pulled the Power of Love card, which of course is another power card. And I got the question, what emotional boundaries need to be set to expand my creation? So when I say my creation, it could be whatever you're focusing on in this Sagittarius new moon. Doesn't have to be a big thing, could be a little thing, could be getting something small accomplished. But for some reason, I guess with all the fire, it was like, oh, the boundaries are needed. So what emotional boundaries need to be set to expand my creation? And again, if that question doesn't resonate for you, just ask water what they want you to know. if you're listening to the recording and you need more time, you can just pause the recording. Looks like our ladies here are pretty complete, so I want to honor their time. I got pulling in a little bit my energy rather than pushing it out so much as something that I need right now. Pull my energy in.
I got emotional support and safety. That's the card that I pulled. And it goes hand in hand, I think, with the power to stand on your own, because you can co-create that from within yourself with spirit. And it's okay to be vulnerable, even though you want the power to stand on your own. Being vulnerable is a part of that.
Thank you for your wisdom, Michelle.
I got rely on that whatever is happening, it is for the highest good. Don't worry about the outcome. Remember the tools I have and use them.
Thank you, dear Kia.
I seem to have gotten a mix of yours and the last one, Judy. Give myself more self-time to be able to expand the tools to my neighborhood, the tools of light to my neighborhood.
Lucky neighborhood is all I have to say, Carol.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Okay, now we move to air. And I pulled the focus card. And because Sagittarius is all about seeking meaning and truth, I got focus, but what truths have I discovered that are non-negotiable? Meaning, what truths are bedrock for me? It's what I'm getting at when I say non-negotiable. What ones are absolutely helping to lead my way? Oh, hope you all have had enough time. Got a reminder that love is always the answer. The truth is non-negotiable. Jason Mraz has a great song about that.
Oh, I got something along the same line, Kathy. It was my multidimensionality or our multidimensionality, and then breathe, listen, choose love, be love.
Beautiful. Thank you, Carol.
Well, I got what I don't want to negotiate away is my gut feelings. I shall use them and listen to other people's truth without interrupting, even if they doesn't correspond with mine for the moment. They will listen better to what I want to share later, or if they don't, I shall not try to convince them. Let it be.
Thank you, Kia.
And I pulled the card thoughts. And so it was kind of a combination of focus and thoughts. I got focusing on my desires and going deep with those and creating from that space.
Yeah, the other one I wrote down, which is sort of in line with Kia, follow your guidance always. And I like underlined it several times. Beautiful, ladies. Thank you so much. And now we turn to fire, Sagittarius. So I pulled altered states, which I thought was kind of interesting. So sometimes when we look in a fire, we can, if we're sitting in front of a fire or if we're watching a candle, we can go into an altered state. And because Sagittarius is all about truth and seeking meaning, what actions do I need to take that align with what is meaningful to me? What actions do I need to take that align with what is meaningful to me? That's what we want to try to focus on. And I got altered states, as I said. How are you all doing?
Okay, that one is not quite so easy, huh?
And you can just ask fire. I know you might need to go soon, Carol, but you could just ask fire what it wants you to know at this time.
Yeah. What I got, Judy, is to prioritize light work creative time and to share through small intimate groups.
Mm.
So there we are. And I will say goodbye. Thank you. Blessings to all. And I'll watch the rest.
Okay. Thank you, Carol. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. What did anybody else get if they want to share?
Yes, I don't think it was easy. The same. The first I got was go in for guidance. Move, dance, be still, and then clear the house from what is left of old stuff that I really don't need.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Seems pretty direct there, Kia.
Pulled the warmth card. So
Mm.
I got remembering, because it's really hard for me to be in the cold, and I'm still here in upstate New York. So remembering that this can be a very cozy, warm, safe time of year. What I love about this time of year, like the hot cocoa and the candles and stuff. And then also, fire's not all about action. Sometimes it's just about letting the fire come inside of you and you being still.
Wonderful. So sometimes doing nothing is the best action.
Absolutely. That was a hard one for me to learn, but I've gotten it somewhat.
Got it now.
Oh, I love that one.
Okay. So finally we turn to spirit, and I pulled the Divine Feminine card, and I obviously left, there's a typo here, but what is my spiritual awareness asking for my attention at this time? So in other words, what is spirit pulling? What is spirit asking you to pay attention to? And you could use the Divine Feminine as a guide. My God, it's time to give a lot of awareness to ritual that is meaningful to me.
I pulled the active receptive card, which I've been doing a lot of healing with the divine masculine over the past couple months. And so I've seen a lot about balancing out the doing with the being the past couple months. So it makes perfect sense.
Beautiful.
To pay attention that I can go on finding my spiritual team of priestesses or women in Sweden, or maybe let them find me so I am receptive when when they find me.
I love that you did both, Kia. That's beautiful. Okay, so we're just going to pull it all together, ladies, so that we have clear direction on what we're going to focus on as we step into this window of solar eclipse-ness and Sagittarius new moon. What gifts are we going to coalesce from what time we've spent today? Okay. Sometimes I get to be a heavy breather, so I try to mute myself when I feel like I need to take those deeper breaths. With the microphone, it's a little bit staticky, so I just mute myself. But yeah, it's going to be a time for me to be friends with fire and all of its magic. And not have to do as much. I'm taking a page from Michelle's book.
So from the unified field, I got this expansion in seeking energy that's coming in to let it be gentle, have compassion. It's very loving, the being cozy, and that there's strength in this. There's strength in the gentleness.
Very wise indeed. Thank you.
I liked what you started with. What you seek is seeking you. And I have planned tomorrow. I'm going to meditate for a few days with my beloved, and we won't only meditate. We will also dance and be out and be with his son and daughters. So it will be both still and moving.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, thank you all for being here. And I just want to remind you, our next call will be Friday, December 17th at 1 o'clock. 2 weeks from now, we'll be in the Gemini full moon. And also, I wanted to let you know that Bonnie will be hosting the Winter Solstice Community Ceremony on Monday, December 20th at 1 p.m. So it'll be a Friday and a Monday, bam, right next to each other, to give us a lot of support and gather together to support each other. This is so meaningful. And I really appreciate those who take time to either listen to the recording or to be here live. So let me go back. There we go. But thank you all very much. May this time be blessed. May the solar eclipse help you to see in the dark what is yours to see. And may this weekend be one where you practice a lot of self-care and coziness. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Be well.
Thanks, Judy. Bye.